Something that's always confused me is why we've never gotten custom themes on Nintendo Switch. After all, this was a big thing on the 3DS, and Nintendo treated us to a ton of different Animal Crossing themes, all with their own music and sound effects from the games too. It was magical. I made a video discussing this concept about a year ago, and it seemed to be an incredibly popular concept still. I mean, they've even built in a themed section on the Nintendo Switch which hasn't seen any real use yet, so it seems like the idea is out there somewhere for Nintendo. Well, thanks to a decision made by Nintendo this month in March 2023, it seems more likely than ever that custom Animal Crossing themes for the Switch, and of course other games, could be closer than ever before. In this video, we'll be discussing how this could affect one of the best Nintendo features that Animal Crossing fans would honestly love to see on the Switch. But before we do that, let's have a quick word from our sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by Dragon City. This game is free to play and available on all devices. You can build an empire with floating islands, farms, buildings, and of course, you guessed it, dragons. Collect over 1,000 dragons with each of their own unique designs to build your own dragon empire. You can combine dragons of flame, nature, ice, electric, and many other elements to breed over 1,000 dragons. Hatch eggs and then feed your baby dragons to watch them evolve. You can even find some dragons that are based on your favorite YouTubers as well, which is pretty cool. Who knows, maybe they'll add a crossing channel dragon to the game at some point. Download Dragon City by clicking the link in the description, or you can scan the QR code and get a special free starter pack with 15,000 food plus 30,000 gold plus the rare Scout Dragon. Thank you once again to Dragon City for sponsoring this video. Now, where were we? If you didn't know, Nintendo has decided to close down the eShops for the Wii U and 3DS. This is pretty significant because it means a lot of Animal Crossing content will become unavailable for purchase, probably forever. This includes the 3DS theme store, which contains so many amazing Animal Crossing themes that'll pretty much be lost to time unless you've already purchased them on your console. This is really sad because basically, the first and so far last time that we've gotten this level of customization was for the 3DS. Like a lot of people have been speculating that Nintendo will bring some of the popular missing 3DS and Wii U games to the Switch, it feels likely that they could bring over this themes feature now too, now that they're no longer available on the 3DS. And in 2022, they might have actually made some steps in that direction on the Switch itself, outside of the very obvious theme section that I mentioned earlier. That definitely seems like a good hint in itself. Last year, Nintendo set up the framework for Nintendo Switch Online users to get custom Switch icons with their missions and rewards section, which was a really cool piece of customization that Animal Crossing players can enjoy, with tons of icons of all the different villages. But so far, this is pretty much all this feature has done. Nintendo definitely plans to do more with this feature though, otherwise they would have just named it Switch Icons rather than the more broad rewards name that they've gone for. And honestly, the potential is massive for all kinds of different things this feature could include, with the top option being Switch themes. I think it's pretty unlikely that Nintendo would make us pay for each theme individually like they did on the 3DS. Instead, they would use it as an incentive for people to pay for Nintendo Switch Online, something that they've really been driving forward in the past few months. Let's not forget that the 3DS didn't start out with any of these themes, so I think Nintendo will take the opportunity to bring this feature over to Switch in time, especially now that it will be unavailable on the system where this very idea started. Nintendo can definitely be hesitant about bringing back old ideas until they've been completely phased out on previous consoles, or they're just much harder to access. And that could be the case with these 3DS themes, which are definitely going away for good. Now, the only thing that does worry me, and actually might mean we don't see this on the Nintendo Switch, is the fact that a recent Nintendo leak from a Pokemon leaker has effectively confirmed to us, due to the authenticity of the leak, that we should be seeing some kind of new Nintendo system in late 2023 or early 2024. It seems like this new system would basically be an upgraded version of the Switch, kinda like all those Switch Pro rumors that we've been hearing for so long now. The leaker got pretty much everything right about the Pokemon update that is coming out, and they included information about a special patch they're working on for an upgraded version of the Switch coming later on. So honestly, if it's true and this new Switch does come out sometime in late 2023 or early 2024, then I think it's much more likely they would save things like themes and such for that system rather than putting it on the Switch. After all, they're gonna have to sell people on this new system by giving it exciting new features that people really love, and honestly, everyone has been asking for themes for so long now. So if you could customize your new Switch from the get-go like that, I think that would definitely be a feature that would sell a lot of people on the system. I also realized that a lot of people, just regardless of whether a new system is coming out or not, feel like it's a bit too late for the Switch to start adding themes in now after all this time. To be honest, I don't really agree with that though, given the fact that themes on the 3DS did come later on, they weren't there originally, so I think there's still time for Nintendo to add them, and of course if they did, we would definitely see a lot of Animal Crossing themes. I know as Animal Crossing fans we generally feel like we're gonna get the short end of the stick, but it's important to remember that in terms of the icons feature that I mentioned earlier, those icons are by far the most expansive out of any game franchise. There are a lot more Animal Crossing ones than there are for any other game they've added. So I think it's safe to say that Nintendo does realize perks like this for Animal Crossing fans are definitely a good thing to do, and they'll definitely do more of them in the future, I'm sure. In terms of what themes we would actually see for Animal Crossing, it's most likely we'd see themes based around some of the most popular characters. For example, Tom Nook, Isabelle, Blathers, etc. This is basically what they did over on the 3DS, so I could imagine them doing the same here. Sadly, I think it's pretty unlikely that we'd see themes for some of the more obscure characters in the game, although I'd absolutely love if I could have a Bob theme, that would be amazing. I think it's also very likely that we'd see some themes for Happier in Paradise as well. Nintendo likes to promote that a lot when talking about their online, so I feel like we'd definitely see a theme for Happier in Paradise, which would probably look nice and tropical. Either way, like it was on the 3DS, the potential is honestly limitless, and I would love to see exactly what they could do, and just how good it would look on our Nintendo Switches, honestly. I feel like they look so plain right now without this kind of customization. There were so many amazing Animal Crossing themes on the 3DS that I remember getting, and I still think of them fondly to this day because they made my 3DS feel that much cooler, and I really wish I could do the same with my Nintendo Switch. I do realize that people have other ways of getting custom themes on the Nintendo Switch, but it'd definitely be nice to see Nintendo add something like this to the Switch themselves, and I think it's honestly only a matter of time. But let me know in the comment section down below, would you like to see custom themes on your Nintendo Switch? And what types of Animal Crossing ideas would you go for? If you made it to the end of the video, then be sure to comment Bob's Gang down below so I know you did. If you enjoyed, then be sure to leave a like, and if you haven't already, consider subscribing and turning on channel notifications. Also, don't forget to download Dragon City by clicking the link in the description or scanning the QR code that you see on screen. Become a channel member to support me and get exclusive perks like access to our Discord server, Bob emojis, and more. Click join or the link in the description.